These past 2 weekends have come and gone. Now with that being said, so is the Halo Infinite multiplayer for now. But with the total of 6 days of the flight being available, it's safe to say that 343 has gained back some of the trust from the community. The multiplayer was really enjoyable for several different reasons. The first being the sound in the game. The sound in a video game can sometimes be overlooked just because it's so easy to get lost in the actual game itself. But Halo does a great job of making the sound so essential to the gameplay. One of the most satisfying noises was swinging that gravity hammer, or even shooting the commando with every bullet sounding like it packs a punch. It's clear they took their time on this because even running around sounds great, or when you're driving a Warthog, or hearing the engine run, or even flying a plane. Another great thing 343 did with the game was the usage of vehicles. Granted, you can only use a wide range of vehicles in big team battles, and a Warthog in one of the 4v4 maps, it was still amazing to use them. Halo has a track record of making it extremely easy to use any vehicle, and being able to jump right into a Wasp and learn how to use it in less than a few seconds was awesome. Not only because I was able to dominate the field, but also was because I was able to enjoy the game on a whole nother level. Not to mention driving a Warthog while your friend's shooting a machine gun turret and the others holding the enemy flag in the passenger seat was a feeling I didn't know I missed so dearly. As for the gunplay, it was extremely fun. One thing I really love about Halo is that unlike Call of Duty, Battlefield, or any other shooter, it actually gives you enough time to fight back. So if someone is shooting at you from the back, they still have to put a few more bullets in you to break your shields and kill you, giving you more than enough time to turn around and change the tide of that battle. So even if they do get the jump on you, it's not 100% one-sided. It also seems to be a common theme in Halo games making the pistol the main weapon to use. If you tried to use almost any other gun, it'd be pointless, because the pistol was just as reliable. As for Infinite, that wasn't the case. Sure, the pistol is still a great gun to use, but it's not the end-all be-all this time around. Getting to learn how to properly use a weapon this time around was fun too, such as cracking the enemy shields with the AR and going for a headshot with the pistol, or using the good old reliable plasma pistol charge up with a regular pistol headshot. But getting to use new power weapons such as the Skewer, which serves as an anti-vehicle weapon, blowing them up in nearly one shot and killing players with one hit too. But the downside to this weapon is that you have to properly aim it so it hits its target, and it only carries one shot per round. Another great weapon is a shock rifle. I had mainly used it for a mid to long range gun, and it only took about one shot to break someone's shield. Or the new shotgun added in, the Bullfrog. Although if I'm being perfectly honest, the original Halo shotgun does hit a little different. It shoots a tight spread of shells at the enemies, and it's a semi-automatic shotgun. So don't expect a one-hit kill if you're in front of them. It'll take a few shots to kill them, and that's where I feel like 343 sort of missed the mark on that. But nonetheless, it's still a fun gun to use, just try not to compare it to the original shotgun. I knew going into this game I would love the equipment. Sure, 343 added the classics such as active camo and overshields, but they also added a few new ones too. The first being my favorite, the grappling hook. There's so much you can do with it and it's so amazing. The first being swinging across the map just like your Spider-Man, or picking up weapons, or grappling onto enemies to getting to jump on them, or even grappling onto vehicles and hijacking them that way. And you can even pick up the flag with the grappling hook too, which is freaking awesome. Up next there was a drop wall. Think of it as the bubble shield from Halo 3. It's great to use, but just don't expect it to last very long. Following that, there was a threat sensor, which would let you see enemies behind walls and cover, as long as they were in range. It's useful, but perhaps it was the weakest of the equipment shown off in the flight. And lastly, there's a repulsor, which would allow you to push enemies back, or sometimes push back certain blasts. I know there's a lot more you could do with it, and I didn't fully utilize the repulsor, but I can't wait to learn. All in all, Halo Infinite's multiplayer is nothing less than great. It's a breath of fresh air in the FPS market. Infinite feels like classic Halo multiplayer with a blend of modern day shooters. I walked into this free-to-play multiplayer beta thrilled because it's a giant step forward in the right direction, and I can't wait for the full release on December 8th. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and for more video game news, follow us on all of our social media platforms and the link down below.